Hi everyone, this is Gadget, Trish, or GT, and today I'm here to review Michael Jackson's latest CD entitled Michael. In celebration of Michael's cover art on the inside, I wanted to bring all my Michaels out and get into it. So before I review this album, there is a lot of controversy around this album, and I'm not going to talk about it. One at a time. What? Okay, they want me to talk about it. Before the CD was released, they let some of the fans hear some of the tracks. And some people have reached out to fellow family members and asked, is this really Michael? And some people don't believe that some of those tracks are Michael. Granted, this is a reliable source. Relatives, I definitely respect the people that spoke about it. At the end of the day, nobody really knows if that is or isn't Michael. Like, out of 10 tracks, 3 are suspected to either not be completely Michael or parts are Michael, but yeah. So this has divided the MJ community big time. There's some people like, oh, I'm not gonna buy the album, it's not him, da 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 da. So I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt that this is Michael, but I think, but I truly do take in consideration that, there could be truth into this. And that if they're going to continue releasing stuff from Michael, that the fans and family members should feel like it's really Michael. That's all I'm saying. So now let's get into the review. Wait. Ooh, this I really don't want to touch. So I'm going to try to be as PC as possible. The other controversy surrounding the album is that what label it's on. Now, some of you may know Michael Jackson had a big falling out with Sony, especially during the Invincible era, like 2001, 2002, because Michael felt like his album wasn't being promoted the way that he wanted, and that Sony wasn't treating him well. And it really got out of hand. Like, if you want to see old posts of Michael getting, like, I've never seen Michael so upset in my life. But, some of his hardcore fans feel like, oh, Michael wouldn't want to be on Sony, blah, 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 blah. Even when Michael was having problems with Sony, he never said, boycott my album. What he was doing was making the public aware that he was not happy on how he was being treated. And someone of Michael Jackson's caliber, you would never think is having problems with promotions or whatever. So, yeah. So it really did get personal. And, I feel like, if Michael was alive, I don't think he would still be with this label. But, if I could have it my way, Michael would be alive. Michael would be promoting this album. And the fans would just be on Facebook and we'll be talking about how wonderful we saw Michael perform at the concert. I really wish Michael was here, but that's just not how the cards lie. And I personally support the album. But I also respect people who don't want to support the album. I'd rather not touch it. I'm choosing to buy the music, and it is what it is. So now let's get into the review. Really, guys? This is the last thing. What? Alright, another controversy is that they don't believe that, not they, but certain people believe that Michael would have not wanted this album released because he was such a perfectionist. And Teddy Riley said this best on an interview he did recently. Michael Jackson at his worst is other people's best. So with that said, no more interruptions. Let's get into the review. I actually like the album a lot. Out of 10 tracks, There's only one I'm not crazy about, only because it doesn't quite sound like Michael Jackson. Not to start to add more fuel to the fire. I love Behind the Mask track 9. As a matter of fact, I don't understand why they didn't start the album that way. They should have started with Behind the Mask, Hollywood Tonight, Monster, and then slowly, start slowing things down. I'll put in my description bar what I think the order of the album was. It's like they took a dartboard and just said, okay, first song, Hold My Hand. Hold My Hand is a beautiful song. Now that's the kind of song like I that's 100% Michael on steroids. But I just felt like Michael Jackson's been starting all his albums with up-tempos since Off the Wall. So why not just keep going that way? Like when you put in a CD or you get a download, you be like doom 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 what e. No, I'm not gonna be starting it off with Hold My Hand. Are you out of your mind? We trying to get a younger generation exposed to Michael.
It's 10 o'clock.
We want to be dancing. We want to be clapping, and then simmer it down. I definitely love Hollywood Tonight. Monster, shout out to 50 Cent. I actually really enjoyed the album. I enjoyed this album 100% better than I thought it would because it was getting trashed so bad before it even came out. And the fans are just like all over the place and they're upset. And look, Michael has spent almost his entire life entertaining us. And I personally would love to hear, I don't care if it's Michael Jackson demos. I don't care if it's, incomplete songs and his siblings are helping us finish it or duets. My only concern is keep it honest. If you guys had to do something to complete the song, be honest about it. His fans are going to support regardless. I'm sorry. I've been really, really sick. If y'all been following me on Twitter and Facebook, I've been sick for a while. So forgive me, my throat. So since I really can't talk anymore, I give this CD a 4 out of 5. And that's only because, some tracks are questionable. And I recommend getting it. I think any Michael Jackson fan would love it. And if you're not a Michael Jackson fan, play track number 9. You might become a Michael Jackson fan. And on that note, Gadget Trish is out. Bye.